Good day, everybody. We welcome back Kevin Attkisson, a personal injury attorney in Dayton, Ohio. Kevin, welcome back.
Hi, thank you, Michael.
Kevin, as you know, we're here to educate. We educate people on different practice areas in law in different states. I want to come up to a very important topic. A lot of times people after a car crash are disoriented. They may be actually really hurt. But we want one thing to be stuck in their minds. God forbid something happens, to be prepared. Kevin, what are the top 5 things one should do after a car crash in Ohio?
Okay, well, there's plenty of things that should be done when you've been in a car accident. And a lot of those will be done by your lawyer. But before the lawyer gets involved, obviously, let's say you're in a car wreck, you're at the scene of the wreck, you're shook up, you're hurt, okay, but you're coherent enough to be able to do some things, okay? Now, assuming you're not like unconscious and taken away in an ambulance, obviously there's nothing you can do at the scene, okay? Sure. And you should contact a lawyer, and the lawyer can make sure that everything gets done. But if you're at the scene, make sure that the police are contacted, okay? We need to have the accident documented about what happened, right? So you might talk to the other driver, and the other driver might admit, oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault and all that. But if you don't have the police documented, that person will go home, and that person will talk to their insurance company, and that insurance company will say, don't admit to anything, and their friends will tell them, don't admit it, you were at fault. And so now you've got a dispute on your hand, okay? So make sure you call the police so they can document what happened, okay? Also, get that person's information, okay? You need to know who they are, and you need to know who their insurance company is. So get information. So call the police, get information. If you have the ability, everybody's got a phone on, or excuse me, a camera on their phone these days. Take pictures, okay? If the person shows you their ID, take a picture of their ID. If they show you their insurance card, take a picture of their insurance card, okay? But take pictures of the cars, not just the damage to the cars, but the location of the cars, so we can see where cars came to rest, to help us understand what happened. And it should coincide with the ultimate report that's created by the police that you called, okay? If you need medical treatment, get medical treatment, okay? So that's the next thing you need to do. If you're hurt, you can be hurt, you can say you're hurt, but we need medical documentation to help us understand the extent of your injuries, all right? Also, if you need follow-up care, so you might just go to the emergency room. Usually when you go to the emergency room, they tell you to follow up with your family doctor and make sure your family doctor is aware of things. Contact your insurance company as well, okay? Right. You need to notify your insurance company as soon as you can, all right? And then contact a lawyer, all right? And preferably you contact the Attkisson law firm. We're located in Dayton, Ohio. We've been representing injury victims for many years. I personally have been fighting for injury victims for 26 years, and we are very experienced. We have experienced trial lawyers in the office. You call a lawyer, call the Attkisson law firm, and we will make sure that things are done appropriately so that you get compensated. I tell my clients, I say, you worry about getting better. Right. I'll worry about everything else. All right. And I do. I make sure that things are taken care of, because now look, they've got, not only are they hurt, but their car is probably smashed up sitting in a junkyard somewhere. Okay. They're not able to get around. We help with all that. We make sure that you, if we can, we get you into a rental. We make sure that your vehicle is either, if it's going to be totaled out, you get a fair price for your car, or if it needs to be fixed.
You go beyond what I've seen many attorneys do. You actually hold their hand through the process. That's very admirable.
Well, I understand that look, I deal with this stuff every day, but most people don't. Okay, it's a new experience for them, and they need somebody who's been through it before, who knows what's coming and what you need to do.
Very impressive.
We also handle something that a lot of people don't handle, which is what's called a diminished value claim. Let's say you've got a relatively new car, and it's been in a wreck, and it's been damaged, and it's been repaired, okay? I don't care how well you repair a car, all right? When you go to trade in that car or sell that car, there's Carfax reports. They're gonna know it's been in a wreck, and you're not going to get as much money out of it had it never been in a wreck. So we help with diminished value as well. That is, you get the value of your car after it was repaired compared to how it was before the wreck happened, okay?
What is that called again? What is that called?
Diminished value, all right? And you actually need an expert. We have experts who will do an analysis of the repair bill, the itemization of the repair bill. They'll do an analysis of what the values of these cars are, and they will write us a report and tell us what the residual diminished value is. And we fight for people to get compensated.
Yeah, I deal with many attorneys.
Mhm.
I have to say this is the first time I hear an attorney say they deal with car damages and get into such specifics as diminished value. That's very, very helpful to your clients. So
it is diminished value. It's a real loss, and I will tell you that some states, and I even though Ohio didn't always recognize diminished value, because at least their theory was that you don't ever experience the diminished value until you go to sell the car or trade it in. And our we have recent case law here in Ohio that says no, the diminished value is experienced as soon as the car is repaired, and it's not back to its pre-accident or it's back to its supposed pre-accident condition, but it still has a residual stigma of having been in a wreck, so that decreases the value.
Got it. Kevin, thank you so much, because not only are we discussing law, we're actually making law practical. We're bringing law to life, because you just gave us very sound and wise advice on what to do following a car accident to make sure, first of all, you get treated for your injuries, but also you preserve the evidence and you're now ready in position to get the maximum available compensation for your case. Thank you so much, Kevin. And look, you are our guru on personal injury in Ohio. So we're going to come back to you again and again for more advice, for more general overview of car accident law, personal injury law in Ohio. If anybody has any specific questions, you were in a car accident either recently or maybe even a few years back, check with Kevin and his team. Maybe there's still something they can do for you to get you recovery, but don't delay, Kevin. It's very important. I think we should stress to our viewers again, not to delay. Call an attorney as soon as possible. There are various laws that are applicable on timing and so on. And we're going to get into it on our next topic on why you have to be really timely on filing your case. Kevin, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, take care.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.